Today we are playing this 0 rare green-white toxic aggro deck. Let's jump in and check it out. So this deck wins by getting our opponent to 10 poison counters, but it can win through regular damage, but the goal is 10 poison counters. So let's go ahead and jump into the cards one by one so we know what's going on here. We have 4 copies of Crawling Chorus, 1 mana 1/1, Toxic 1. When this dies, create a 1/1 Might token. We then have 4 copies of Thirsting Roots, 1 green sorcery, search your library for a basic land, reveal it, put it into your hand, or proliferate. We then have 4 copies of Jawbone Duelist, 1 and a white, 1/1, double strike, toxic 1. We have 4 copies of Ossification, 1 and a white, essentially just exiles a creature or planeswalker. Cankerbloom, 1 and a green for a 3/2. You can pay 1 and sack it to either destroy an artifact, an enchantment, or proliferate. We have 2 copies of Unnatural Restoration, 1 and a green for a sorcery, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand, proliferate. We have 4 copies of Slaughter Singer. This is really an all-star in this deck. It's green-white for a 2/2 with Toxic 2. Whenever another creature you control with Toxic attacks, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. We have 4 copies of Annex Sentry, 2 and a white for a 1/4 with Toxic 1. When it enters the battlefield, exile target artifact or creature an opponent controls with mana value 3 or less until it leaves the battlefield. We have 2 copies of Charge of the Mights. For 2 and a white, we get an instant. We can either deal damage equal to the number of creatures we control to target creature or planeswalker, or create 2 1/1 Might tokens. We then have 4 copies of Flensing Raptor, 2 and a white 2/2, flying, Toxic 1. When it enters the battlefield, another target creature you control with Toxic gets +1/+1 and gains flying until end of turn. And then 2 copies of Venomous Brutalizer, 2 green-green for a 4/4 with Toxic 3, and when it enters the battlefield, you may pay 1 and a green. If you do, proliferate. And then we have a super basic mana base here, 9 plains, 9 forests, and 4 Botanical Plaza. That's the deck. Let's go ahead and jump into game number 1. This looks like a good hand to me. We'll start with Jawbone Duelist, and then turn 3... probably just play Slaughter Singer. Actually, now we're going to play Flensing Raptor since we drew that. Hopefully they just play a blocker. No removal here. If they play a flying creature of their own, like the 2/1, the Voidwing hybrid. Okay, so they're just going to choose to kill our creature. I think now we're just going to get the Slaughter Singer down because the Toxic 2 is a little bit threatening. And again, this creates a similar situation as last turn. Okay, cool. So here, we get to play the Raptor. And hit them for 2 Toxic. And then, again, same thing. If they just play removal here... yeah, I think this is okay. Just a million removal spells, sure. Okay, we draw Sentry. So same thing as before, we're going to play the Slaughter Singer. And put the onus on them to have removal. They've used a lot of interaction so far. And now here... no reason to play the Raptor, I don't think. Let's just go ahead and attack first. Iresis, sure. We're at 4 counters. Play another bounce spell. Opponent seems to be drawing very well here. Let's just go ahead and recast our 2 spells, use our mana. Pass the turn. Augury, proliferate. They whiff on removal here, though. We can get back into this pretty quick. Infectious Inquiry to 7. Okay. So I think we're going to play Charge of the Mights on their end step to try to generate the most amount of poison that we can. They have to proliferate 3 times, which is definitely doable because we can sack to proliferate and then Charge of the Mights. We can sack this. That's fine. Okay, let's see. Charge of the Mights. We'll make 2 1/1 Mights. So that is 4 counters, if we get these through, which is not a guarantee. Okay, proliferate us to 9. They go to 4. I think we just present the most damage now and just play a Flensing Raptor. Doesn't matter. They've got a way to proliferate, I'm assuming, right? I mean, if they whiffed here, that would just be insane. Oh my god, they didn't have it! Look at that. What a game. Did I have fun? Yes, I had fun. This looks like a pretty bad hand to me. That can't really start on turn 3. We have to mulligan this. This isn't necessarily any better. We'll put back the green card. Let's see what we're up against. So we're playing a control game, apparently. We'll just go ahead and use Ossification. We have a million copies of it. Hopefully we draw a land, preferably a green source. We can hit that taxidermist. Woo, nice. Okay, Annex Sentry, your taxidermist. Next turn we could Flensing Raptor. We'll get that first poison counter on if we can. Alright, that's change of plan, so we're gonna Ossification that thing. And get our first poison... Oh! Oh no, I clicked no attacks, come on. Alright, misclick. Hopefully that doesn't completely ruin this game.
Rally, my friend.
Alright, let's try this now, I guess. I gotta kill this thing, right? Yeah, we gotta kill this. So I missed a poison counter, unfortunately.
So long as
And do we play Raptor or Cankerbloom? I think we just play Raptor. If they just play another creature, we have Ossification. No plays. Let's hit for 2 counters. We'll play Cankerbloom and pass. We'll keep this for damage if they don't have anything here. Okay, so they're jamming a Nissa. We're gonna make a 4/4 token. That is really good for us, actually. So we get to... Wish we could attack it with... Yeah, that's okay. So we're gonna miss a poison counter here. Exile your thing. 3, 4. 3 poison counters. Okay, so Nissa's dead. There are 3 counters. Got some threats. Defiler. Just this control game, I think, is working out pretty nice here. So let's see. I'm expecting a concession probably soon. Just remove all their stuff. Let's jam. We play around board wipes, not against these colors, I don't think. Let's play Crawling Chorus for the Toxic instead. This way we're presenting lethal a couple of ways next turn. Glissa, sure. And the Scoop. Alright, good game. Looks pretty good. See how it goes. Obviously our ideal hand has a Crawling Chorus in it. But Duelist on 2 is a pretty good start. And then hopefully, we really just want our opponent to play a blocker on turn 2 so that we can play Sentry and get those 2 poison counters on. It's a pretty good play pattern for us. Okay, so nothing from them. Let's go ahead and hit for 2. 1, 2. And... Yeah, I mean, if they have a board wipe, we get absolutely owned. But I don't think this deck can beat that anyway. Alright, that's actually a really good play for us from them. This game is looking pretty rough for them right now, I think. So we get to get 4 more counters on them. They go to 6. We're just going to use our mana to proliferate and get them to 7. We just have to get 2 more counters, play Cankerbloom, and sack it. And survive a board wipe. No. Okay. This game's not over. Game is not over. But it did get a lot more difficult. Cannot destroy that. Okay. Ooh, okay. I think we're gonna go ahead and just sacrifice this. And we really just want to hit 2 more proliferates at this point. We'll use our mana. We have some cheap spells. Oh, duh, I'm tapping out for this, so no. No attacks here. So this is all good. They're gonna get to start attacking us. We just need 1 more proliferate card. They probably are playing counter spells, I would imagine. Okay, so I don't want to play these into open mana. I'll exile the one with more counters. Pass the turn. Hopefully they tap out for something next turn. Wandering Emperor.
Run away.
Okay, they make a samurai.
Keep watch for intruders.
See if we can sneak these counters in, huh? It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
Strike fast.
See, they
and
attack for
strike
3.
hard.
Sure. I don't care about 3 damage. Gotta keep our threats alive. Okay. Duelist. And we're not in a rush to play this Thirsting Roots. No attacks yet. It's a shame this thing's not an instant. Drawing a bunch of cards. So they can attack with that now. Okay, gain some life. That doesn't matter. They do have 3 mana, so let's say they have...
Let your blade do the talking.
the casualty counterspell here. Take 1 more hit from that samurai before we start blocking. Okay, let's... screw it. Let's go for it. Let's see if we can get it, huh? Let's see if we can get it. 1. Let's see. Fingers crossed. Resolve? Let's go. GG. If you made it this far, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for future budget decks just like this one. We'll see you next time.